Hi, I'm Beth Greer. So, are you ready to learn a 100% natural way to tap into your body's own healing at a cellular level? That is a mouthful, cellular level. Well, I'm here to tell you about it. I'm super excited about this new technology I discovered that is healing me on a very deep level. And let me just give you a little bit of background about who I am. Um, so, about 19 years ago, I discovered I had a tumor in my chest the size of a tennis ball. I couldn't believe it. Thought I was leading a healthy lifestyle. I ate well, I slept well, I exercised, I watched my weight, I even had a meditation practice, and yet I was diagnosed with this schwannoma tumor. It was called a nerve root tumor. I discovered it because I started having pain in my shoulder, went to the chiropractor, and after 5 sessions, he said, it's not getting better. You probably have a herniated disc. So I went and got an MRI, and I discovered I had this tumor. And I went to 3 top surgeons, and they all wanted to operate. And one wanted to cut me under my collarbone. And the second one said, no, we're going to go in under your armpit. And the third one said, no, 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 we're going to go in from the back and remove one of your ribs and put mesh in there. And I just remember running out of there screaming, like, I can't, this is insane. So I decided to take my health matters into my own hands. And at the time, I was running a company, a multinational company called the Learning Annex. And I was meeting these amazing people like Deepak Chopra and Marianne Williamson and Wayne Dyer. And I just decided that, I was going to learn from them. And I thought, okay, I'm going to take charge of my own health here. And so I went on this mission to heal myself. And I went down to the Optimal Health Institute down in San Diego, and I went on this cleanse. And they had us talking to our diseases, right? And I asked you, why are you here? What's your message for me? And the word came back to simplify. So I realized I wasn't leading a very simple life. I was running this big company. I was super stressed, but I didn't realize how stressed I was until kind of slowing down. So I thought, okay, well, what can I simplify? And I thought, well, I'm simplifying my food right now, because all I was doing was eating basically raw sprouts and green drinks, wheatgrass juice, like that. And I noticed that just in a few days that the pain I was in started to diminish. So I thought, oh, well, I'm onto something here. Well, what else can I simplify? And I remember when I left there, I was there for a week, and I came home and I was putting some moisturizer on my skin, and I looked at the bottle, and there was like a paragraph worth of ingredients on the label. And I thought, well, this can't be good. And so I started doing some research. My background is in journalism. And so I saw that, first of all, our skin is our largest organ. And then it allows in microscopic chemicals, and there's so many chemicals in it, my deodorant, my shampoo, and my toothpaste, and the moisturizer, and the makeup, and all that. And so I switched out to all natural products and starting to feel better and better. And then I thought, well, what else can I simplify? And I remember I was cleaning, I had this bottle of Windex, and I looked at the label, and it said hazardous to humans and domestic animals right on the label. I thought, well, this can't be good, So I switched out to baking soda and hydrogen peroxide and white vinegar. And, like I'd say I was diagnosed in December, and by May, on my 50th birthday, the pain was gone. And I then went ahead and had it scanned again, and the tumor had disappeared. And this was a giant wake-up call for me. And I thought, wow, this is amazing. Our bodies are self-healing if we just get back to nature as much as possible. And so I went on a practice where I walked out in nature every day for an hour. I still get outside. I try to get sunlight in my eyes every day, and eating all organic food and limiting my stress and wearing natural, products, cosmetics. And I use baking soda as deodorant, for example. I just put it in a salt shaker and sprinkle it on my hand, and all it's good. So And I manage my electromagnetic radiation because that's a huge influencer in our stressors and in our bodies that can inhibit us from healing. So I went on to write a book called Supernatural Home, which is endorsed by Deepak Chopra and Dr. Joe McCullough. And then I founded the True Vitality Project, which I'm really excited about. And I've been looking for, really natural ways of healing ever since. And then I discovered this amazing new technology. It's a stem cell stimulating patch. So I wanted to share that with you now. And I'm going to show you pictures of what happened to my leg as a teenager, and how this patch, after only 3 months of wearing it, has basically changed my circulation, and it's remarkable. So I'm going to share my screen with you. And let's see, here we go. So yeah, the title of this talk is How to Activate Your Stem Cells for Healing and Vitality. And that's who I am. And what else did I mention? Yeah, the company was the Learning Annex. That was the company that I ran for 12 years. And okay, so what are stem cells? So they are superhero cells of unlimited potential, and they're waiting in your body to help you heal. So your body uses them to repair and renew damaged cells. And they generate and regenerate all the cells and structures inside of us. They're building blocks for our organs, our tissues, our blood, and our immune system. And they continue to be produced throughout our entire lifetime, but the production slows as we age. So they really become harder to activate as we age. So this is, I'm not going to pronounce his name, but he's a doctor who's one of the nation's top stem cell researchers, and he's lead author in more than 30 studies on stem cells. And he said, quote, "Nearly all chronic disease could be addressed by stem cells. The potential is infinite." So as we age, our stem cells become less effective, and their ability to repair damaged tissue is reduced. So remember when you were a kid and you cut your knee or something, and it healed pretty quickly. But by age 35, you've lost over half your stem cell activity. And by the time you're 60, they say almost all, at least 60% has been reduced. So, and the less stem cell activity you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. So aging equals not regenerating our cells as fast as we used to. That's kind of the key to really think about. Aging equals not regenerating our cells as fast as we used to. So if you want the same healing power your stem cells had in your youth, then you need to stimulate their production and activate them. So how do you think that you can do that? Well, before I go into that, I just want to say that we lose stem cell activity. Aside from aging, additional loss will occur due to illness. So if you have a chronic illness, Lyme disease is a perfect example, or MS or Parkinson's, that will reduce your stem cell activity. And also, surprisingly, exposure to electronics in our lives. So phones and computers and Wi-Fi routers. Please, if you learn one thing, take one takeaway after this talk, just turn off your Wi-Fi router at night. It's not that hard, just unplug it. And then in the morning, plug it back in. It reboots pretty quickly, and it will really, make a difference in how you sleep. Also, don't sleep with your cell phone next to you with it on. Okay, so yes, the old school approach to get new stem cell production in your body is to get stem cell injections. And these can be really expensive, anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 per shot. They can be really painful, excuse me, and they can be really invasive. So the injections are either filled with cells harvested from your own blood. So for example, they'll take They'll take your blood and they'll spin it, and they get this PRP, it's called platelet-rich plasma, and there are stem cells in there, and they inject them back into you. However, if your stem cell production is already low, you're not going to have a lot of stem cell to work with. And the other way of getting it is from embryos and sometimes plants. But you have to really think about what's in those embryos, whose DNA is in there that is coming into your body. Well, now there are these nanotech patches, and it stimulates your own stem cells without injections or drugs or surgery or supplements. And it resets them to a younger, healthier state. So it's called X39, and it's a new nanotechnology from Lifewave. These activate your body's own stem cells with light, quickly and inexpensively. It's less than a cup of coffee a day. So it's a process known as photobiomodulation. I'll explain how that works. But you should know that Lifewave has been around for about 15 years, and they do incredible research, and there's patents on all of them. So people are experiencing rapid pain relief, better sleep, more joy. I can tell you, I'm sleeping deeper, and my morning anxiety from COVID is gone. Like when COVID hit, I'd wake up every morning with this just anxious feeling in the pit of my stomach, and that's gone. Softer skin and wrinkle reduction. My skin, I'm 68, and I think my skin looks pretty good. And I used to have this like dark patch over here, and if you look at some of my old videos, you'll see it. And even covering up with a stick, just wasn't working. And now you can barely see it. People are experiencing hair growth and reduced inflammation, rapid wound healing, improved mental clarity, enhanced sports performance, faster recovery from exercise, and relief from other health issues. And I could tell you, one little tidbit for me is that my math skills have improved. Like someone was asking me a question, and it's like, oh, that's 30%. It's like, wow, you're right. You're absolutely right. And I was like, where did that come from? So, yeah, the reason I'm sharing this, because as I mentioned earlier, I healed from a tumor in my chest, and ever since then, I've been on the lookout for a healing tool that can help people without, resorting to pharmaceutical drugs. And I want to say that the pain relief is really kind of startling, because I have friends who are on a leave or Advil like all the time for back pain, and now they're on the patch and they don't have to take that anymore. They don't have to take those over-the-counter drugs, and they're really hard on the liver. So here's my leg. I was kicked in the leg playing soccer in high school, and it's my left leg, and it never really healed properly. And so by the time I got to my 50s, it really was getting gnarly. It was all like there's edema in it, and all these blood vessels are broken. And so it's just been kind of stressful for me, aside from the fact that I haven't worn a skirt in years or shorts. It was painful to the touch, and I was actually going to go get, I had these saline injections that didn't work, and then I was going to have surgery where they go into the femoral artery and go down and remove or destroy the vein that goes down to my ankle. And then this whole lockdown happened, and I didn't do it. And thank goodness I discovered this patch. And so I was wearing the patch in the back of my neck, and this is 3 months wearing it. This photo on the right, I mean, it's pretty remarkable. The edema is gone, the color, it doesn't hurt anymore. It's just like, who would have thought that healing could be this easy? I'm blown away by it. And I mean, my mission in life now is to just let as many people know about this as possible. And this is my friend Gail. She's 77, and she had skin cancer surgery, and the wound like opened up, and her doctor said it was going to take her a year to heal. And I told her, well, why don't you try the patch? And so she, didn't put the patch obviously on an open wound. She wore it on the back of her neck. And then 21 days later, her skin is healed. And this was a while ago. And now she's been on the patch about 5 months. And I should get another picture from her because you could barely see it. It's really amazing. This is a young girl, 11-year-old, and she had atopic eczema since she was 8 months old. And she was on the X39 daily. And in less than a month, her skin started healing. And so the photo on the right is after 3 months. But she noticed it just in a few days, it started getting better. I mean, that's so unbelievably tragic, this little girl to have hands like that. And it's not just her hands, because it was all over her legs as well. But, the trauma of that, of having to live like that as a young child, and the beauty of the healing is extraordinary. When I saw this picture, it brought tears to my eyes. I just was amazed. And this is a young man who had a bad snowboarding accident, and he hit his face on a rock, and the mom had sent these pictures in. He had deep scrapes all over his face, and he had an appointment on Monday for a new job. So he put the X39 on his body for 3 days, and his skin healed. And by the 5th day, he doesn't even have a trace of a scar on his cheek. So how does it work? This patch, first of all, it's about 1 inch big, and it's wafer thin, and it works similarly to when the sun hits your body, and the light from the sun signals your body to start producing vitamin D. So the X39 patch, it needs the heat of our bodies. Plus, we also emit light. We're light beings. And so this light is reflected off the patch back into our body. And in the patch, it's non-transdermal. There's nothing, there's no chemicals or any medicine in there. It's just light crystals that it changes the wavelength, and the process is called photobiomodulation. So this new wavelength of light signals the body to up the production of a peptide. It's called GHK copper peptide. So if you Google that, GHK copper peptide, you'll read about how it stimulates collagen, and it resets 4,000 genes to a younger state, and it helps to activate stem cell production. And these stem cells are pluripotent, which means that these are the body's master cells, so that they can go wherever they're needed. They can make whatever cell is necessary, from the skin to organs to glands, wherever it's needed, wherever they're needed. And so embryonic stem cells are considered pluripotent. So that's kind of the thing, and that's what's happening in our bodies. And so they say that these stem cells can help with diabetes. And I know of one man who, he's diabetic, and he was testing his blood sugar every morning, and it was in the high 300s. And after a few months on this patch, his blood sugar is measuring at 86. So that's pretty awesome. A friend of mine has MS and with neuropathy, and so she can feel her toes now. And she wakes up every morning and plays with them, she said, because she's so excited. And another friend has MS, and she said she noticed that when she was walking down the stairs, she didn't have to hold on to a handrail, that her balance was getting better. So this company, Lifewave, has over 10 years of research, and many doctors that I know, acupuncturists and herbalists and foot reflexology, trying to think who else, MDs, are using these patches in their practice because they see the effectiveness of the healing and the rapidness of the recovery of their patients. So if you want to learn more and you really want to experience this, I've written an ebook that I'm giving away to everybody, and if you just go to supernaturalmom.com/stem cell ebook, you can download it for free and you can read more about it. I have more pictures in there, and it's pretty extraordinary. And I really hope that you learned something today and that you're as excited as I am to try it and to read about it and learn more. And you can contact me, and I'm happy to. Let me just stop the share. I'm happy to talk to you about, answer any questions. There's an opportunity to buy it as a customer, to try it, and there's a 90-day money back guarantee, 100% money back guarantee, so that if you are, let's say you decide to try it for 90 days, and on day 85, you call me up and said, I have noticed nothing, I want my money back, they'll send you 100% of your money back, even though you've used up all your patches. There's also another opportunity where you can become a distributor, which is what I am. And it's been a godsend for me because I'm earning money. And my practice, I had a in-home consulting practice before COVID, and I used to go into people's homes and measure their EMFs and help them clear out their pantry and refrigerator and all that from all the bad stuff. But I haven't been going into anyone's homes, and so my income had basically plummeted. And now this business has been a godsend to me. It's been an opportunity for not only for me to heal myself and help others heal and feel good, but also it's a lifeline in this economy, and it's been fantastic. So again, I encourage you, you can either, if you decide to come in as a customer and try it out for 90 days, or come in as a distributor, and we have trainings, and there are calls every day of wonderful testimonials. You never know who's going to call. An NFL player called up recently talking about how his knee pain has gone. And then this doctor who had knee surgery, and showed his picture right after the knee surgery. And then, within, I think he had the surgery in just within a few months, the scar was almost imperceptible. It was just this hairline scar left on his knee. So I can't say enough about it. But anyway, I hope you do download my ebook, and contact me if you need more information. So thank you.